right, and we just
All right.
watched Ex-Sisters-in-Law, and here we are with the filmmaking team. We've got Susan and Allison, and I'll just let you both introduce yourselves, take a turn introducing yourself and what this project was meant for you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Susan, you go first.
Okay. Well, my name is Susan Michael. It's a lot simpler sounding than it looks. This project, it's really been a work of friendship, really, because it started out with two of us having coffee, like we normally do occasionally. We go we deep bond because we do a lot of things together, and it just kind of came into the ether of like, oh, hey, why don't we just write something together? And growing as a team doing that has been such a wonderful, rewarding experience, and getting to work with amazing, primarily women. Not that, you know, gender is what makes you amazing, but it was a very sisterly experience, is what I'm saying. It was a very sisterly experience.
I was very lucky to have Susan Michael in my life all these years. We've been friends. And she was the one who said, we should work and we should do something together. We should act together. And I'd produced a play that my friend Judy Kimball wrote, and we did in the Hollywood Fringe. And so Susan was in it and I was in it, but we were not on stage together. And so we've sort of been wanting to work together for the past 5 years. And a dear friend of ours who passed away before we started working on this, Randall Smoot, was like, you need to write something. You and Susan should write something. And so I thought, well, let's do this. Let's write something and act together. And we produced it, and Susan directed it, and Susan assembled a lot of the incredible creative team, most of the incredible creative team we got to work with. So it was wild and fun, you know. It was just a wonderful 2 days of shooting, and we did it because we spent months writing it, and then we kept thinking, okay, we've got to actually do this. Instead of just being in our heads, we're going to actually create this, you know. Why not? You know, we could talk about it and talk about it. We're like, okay, we're just going to make it and see what happens. So that was how we made Ex-Sisters-in-Law.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because as a fan of the film, you know, you're ready for a few answers to that. And if you had said that the two of you have been performing together in various plays and improv and this, if you had said you had a 10-year history of doing comedy together, I would have believed you, because your chemistry is off the charts hilarious. and both of you both have the ability to make the bigger things funny, and then all these little subtle things are just as funny. And it's amazing to me that came out of, it came out of two performers being friends, obviously, but it didn't come from sharing the stage all the time, I guess.
Definitely not. I think what helped our performances was, we were shot 30 pages in 2 days. So that always helps, because everything was so compressed and life or death at the moment, because we had to get done and move and move and move. And yet there's also, because our characters, they're not us, and we wrote each other a lot. However, there is a kernel of each character, in us. So under the pressure, we kind of never really dropped character, and everything kind of exploded that way. Like, even while I was directing, or even as Allison as a producer, we kind of kept the air of our characters with us. So that sort of made shooting it quicker, because we just fell into it. We fell into this, and we were like that for long after and long before, where we just kind of fell into this shtick routine.
Yeah, I agree. I think our characters, Susan's character Denise and my character Millicent, you know, they you know, they really need each other. And I feel like they really care about each other, but they're like oil and water. And I think Denise and Millicent are both different parts of both of our personalities, but I definitely felt my inner clown, you know, coming out. And so, you know, the stakes are high for Denise and Millicent because, oh, this is a whole new situation. And then the stakes are high for Allison and Susan because, oh my gosh, we're at our, you know, Susan's friend Vayuna's house, and we're at Gwen's house, we're at my apartment, and we've got 4 hours. And so I think it kind of naturally, and we were just having a wonderful time with our creative team of these amazing women on set. And so it sort of naturally flowed, you know, where did Millicent begin and Allison end? I don't know, but we loved each other's foibles, I think, you know, and so I think that's where our friendship, you know, really served us, because we do have this very sisterly chemistry where we love each other and drive each other crazy in character.
And when Allison says at Gwen's house in Vayuna's, Gwen lives in Altadena and Vayuna lives in Valencia, you know, and then we made a pit stop in NoHo and Beverly Hills, and it was a caper. It was
it's true. And Susan knows me so well. She's like, I'm going to drive because you're a slow driver. So it was just we were in it. We were in it to just see what happened, and then not being afraid to fail, because we didn't want to let down this great team of women, but we also just wanted to give everyone a chance to shine and to have fun. I think that was the most important thing, that everyone felt safe, everyone had fun, and that we maybe captured something that would make people laugh, you know?
So we had our set up, you know, I blocked it and knew what I wanted and whatnot, yet there was fluidity to it, as far as, you know, the DP wanted to use Alicia Savleva. She wanted to use a certain lens, and in the moment I'm just, yes, okay, sure. I trust everyone on our team, so I want everyone to have their investment and their contribution to this experience. So, especially because,
yeah, that was really fun. Just making sure that everyone felt that they had as much creative input. You know, we all talked about things, but we didn't really have a notion of exactly how we wanted it to be. We sort of just wanted to see what would work and what we could play around with. And it was a lot of fun. I was saying in our letter, I hope everyone had as much fun watching it as we had making it, because it was a blast.
it really was.
Sleep-deprived, snack-filled blast.
Which worked in our favor as well. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you say that you shot it so quickly, that obviously means that you were pretty loyal to the script, right? Because if you had started riffing, there was no way you could keep moving. So I kind of want to ask, because one of the things I admire so much about the work you both did in this is that, in spite of the dynamic of Denise sort of being the straight comic and Millicent being the absolutely over the top character. I mean, she's a broke heiress who doesn't know that you can't keep ordering ridiculous things online when you have no money. But in spite of that, it's so economically written that there's always Susan's character always gets to be funny, doesn't have to play it straight all the time. And there's so much comedy densely in there that how long was the writing process? This was me taking 3 minutes to ask, how long was the writing process to get all this brilliant humor sort of just subtly in there, one thing after another while telling a story?
Well, I think writing was rewriting for us, because we sort of let our imaginations run wild. I mean, in fact, if I may say so myself, we have, you know, ideas for, you know, future sort of endeavors of these characters, because we couldn't fit it all into this one short. And we thought, you know, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that. So we did different versions, and then we sort of kept honing in on, okay, well, and Susan was amazing at this, what is the relationship between these two women, you know, and that was just central to, as fun as some ideas would be, if it wasn't serving this relationship and the arc of this story, we had to kind of let it go. And so short answer, August, until we came up with the idea in August at a coffee shop, and then we filmed it 11 months later in July.
That being said, we didn't write continuously. We kept our coffee shop thing going throughout. Basically, in North Hollywood, there's Groundworks Coffee. So we would sit outside at a picnic table and just write and laugh and not care what scenes we were causing from laughing so hard. And literally, this is Allison starting the writing process. It's cold in here, that's why I'm so shivery. She started out saying, "Oh, I can't write." "No, Susan, you're the writer. I can't write." To by the end of our writing sessions, you know, once every other couple of weeks, we are grabbing the laptop from each other. She's like, "Give me that." "No,
gently."
It was so much fun.
We would take turns typing, and I think it was a part of our friendship. It would be like a portion of our coffee, we would revisit it. So it was like over months we would revisit this. Not to mention on Susan's couch, we would commandeer the huge flat screen TV and share a laptop screen on it. So it was just sort of something we wanted to work towards, and then we thought, okay, we've gotten to a point, it was very scary, you know, let's just do it. Let's commit to this version of it and film it, because we could always have kept revisiting it. And
even when we wrote a treatment for 2 more seasons, like Allison mentioned.
Yeah, we were like, should it be a short? Should it be a web series? We could do a continuation. We could do a part 2. So we've had a lot of different sort of versions of the future for these characters.
Right.
But we feel this short kind of encapsulates, you know, their whole journey to this point. So we were like, we're done for now.
Yeah, that was something I wondered watching it is I don't think you technically call it a pilot, but it's certainly, the characters certainly deserve more time spent. In fact, with your coffee, have people mentioned the Seinfeld comparison, that the show Seinfeld came from Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld sitting in a coffee shop talking? And it seems like you two have done the same thing, just finding something super naturally funny between you to share with the world.
Yeah.
But also the bits in this short, if you had told me that this had been a web series and you took, you know, a bunch of little episodes and put them together in the short, I would have believed you too.
We wanted it to be like one short film with little, like almost chapters. And then, but I think that's the thing. We were trying to figure out how to best tell the story of these women. And then we sort of were like, well, this is one version of the story. We can always add more, or, you know, take these characters. You know, if the Hollywood Fringe ever comes again, we could do a live theater show of these women, you know. So we sort of wanted to encapsulate their arc, but then leave room for the future. Maybe we'll revisit these ladies, right, Susan?
Right, exactly. I heard the idea, people who are into television and web at the same time, that you can make your scenes like building blocks. So you can make them one episode altogether. Like it all works together as one episode or one short, or you can cut it up if you need to and expand upon each in the future. So that's what we did.
Yeah,
because
I was just going to say 3 more 20-minute shorts they could fit together as a feature. Exactly,
and that would expand our story.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I regret to say, because I feel like see I should invite myself to coffee sometime in NoHo, but
yes, we'll have a Jeff from California character.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but this is your warning. Is there any collaborators or contributors that you want to give a shout out to now before we end this?
Oh my God, Paul McKinney, because he stole the first 10 minutes. And he waltzes in, he makes himself a sandwich. Hey everyone, oh, what a great team. Just stole it. He's so phenomenal. And he's the only other actor in it with us. And so it sort of started out as a way to sneak out the exposition of our relationship. Like, oh, we're going to tell, Paul's character who we are to each other. And we just knew, we're like, he's gonna absolutely nail this in like a couple of takes, of course. He's brilliant.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah,
And
Paul McKinney gets all the thanks in the world.
And then I want to shout out to Gwen and Vayuna for their locations, Gail for helping us find our thrift store, and then Alicia for being the amazing DP she is, Destiny for who's like sound gold. Thank you. Michelle Fan, who was so patient with us to edit this whole thing, and then and our and then sound. I'm forgetting like 20 people. This is like the Oscars.
Oh no, yeah, I've got to sneak the names in real quick.
And
I'm gonna do it really quick.
Ryan
We've got Ryan. We got Heidi Schuler. We got Sierra Barton, Rachel Thomas, Adriana Ledesma. We mentioned Ryan Williams, Christina Mott, Lisa Crawley, who did our amazing music.
Oh my God, Lisa made this. Did you notice the incredible music? It's Lisa Crawley.
We were lucky. She's marvelous. You need to collaborate with her. Find her on Instagram at Lisa Crawley Music.
You need to hire her for your TV shows.
Done. Yeah, I know. She's going to get too big to work with us again. We love her. That's everyone. I think we shouted everyone out.
Okay. Yeah, we're
wonderful. Well, thanks so much. Thank you for, believe me, when you watch like more than 500 films, trying to find the best ones to show, when you come across something that's just, it's good to go for the laughs. Let's just say, as a festival programmer, it's so nice. I love the dramas. I love crying, but getting to laugh for 20 minutes. Thanks. That was a nice one you threw at us.
It's true.
Thank you
true.
So
and our moms watched it multiple times, right?
Our moms
Shout
our moms are actually voices in it. Her mother is an announcer at the thrift store, and my mother's in the restaurant, her voice asking for coffee.
We snuck them in. And my mom's dog Maxwell, he'll never forgive me. It was literally all our loved ones and friends, and we had a blast. So thank
Jeff,
you.
You're never gonna get us off of this.
Thank you for letting us join your Sherman Oaks fabulousness this season. This is great. This is wonderful.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
hit stop.